Hello and welcome to Boxing's Best Trainer Switchers, Volume 1. In this video, I'll be discussing the improvements of British middleweight Billy Joe Saunders following his switch to Dominic Ingle back in 2017. His last fight before joining up with Dominic Ingle was against Russian Artur Akhvov. The fight was put together in a rush as Saunders was about to be stripped of his WBO middleweight world title due to his inactivity. Saunders and his team especially did not want to be stripped of the belt in what was at the time a lucrative middleweight division. As long as Saunders was world champion, big money fights with superstar names were on the horizon. Due to the last-minute nature of the Akhvov fight, it landed in a leisure centre in Scotland that has a maximum capacity of 2,500. Saunders scraped by, winning narrowly on points, a performance he slated himself for in post-fight interviews. It was clear to see Saunders would need to make big improvements to just be competitive with the top names of the division, never mind beat them. So he began searching for a new trainer. He initially began training with Adam Booth. Some of the names Booth has trained over the years include former undisputed cruiserweight champion David Haye, former super middleweight world champion George Groves, and former unified bantamweight champion Ryan Burnett. Training was reportedly going well, the only issue being Adam Booth's gym was too close to Saunders' hometown of Hatfield. The distractions of this were affecting Saunders' training, so he began searching for a trainer further away, so he could relocate and cut out the distractions of home living. In early 2017, he then linked up with Dominic Ingle to train in the world-famous Winkerbank Gym. Based in Sheffield, the gym was founded by Dom's father, Brendan Ingle, famous for his style that relies on movement and reflexes, a style that has been showcased by the Ingle Gym's many pro boxing champions throughout the years. Right away, this seemed to be a good fit for Saunders, as from some of his previous fights, it was clear to see he had all the attributes to box in the Ingle style. It could be seen pretty quickly that this switch helped Saunders find his love for boxing again. His new style of training, great gym camaraderie, top-level sparring with other Ingle fighters, and the mentorship of Dominic Ingle, who helped him find a more dedicated and disciplined approach to boxing, also helped Saunders along massively. His first fight under Dom Ingle was scheduled for the 16th of September 2017 against American southpaw Willie Monroe Jr., a well-ranked fighter at the time, best known for his ESPN Boxino tournament win and taking a prime Gennady Golovkin 6 rounds. Monroe Jr. was also coming off a good points victory over Gabe Rosado. In the lead-up to the Monroe Jr. fight, it was clear to see we had a new, refreshed and motivated Billy Joe Saunders. Another benefit of training at the Ingle Gym was that he linked up with the gym's world-class nutritionist, Greg Marriott, who specialised in optimising sports performance through diet and assisting fighters with weight cutting. This showed as Saunders looked healthy and strong on the scales. Saunders would go on to win by unanimous decision, handling the sharp and skillful Monroe Jr. well, showing big improvements from his flat Akhvov performance. Saunders' training and promotional team knew it was important to keep him active and wanted to get him out again before Christmas. Saunders himself wanted the fight to be something big and meaningful, needing this to keep his motivation. Soon after, it would be announced Saunders would be heading to Canada to take on former middleweight world champion and knockout artist David Lemieux on away soil on December 16th of 2017. A bold move that, if successful, would make a huge statement to the middleweight division and move Saunders closer to a massive fight with Canelo Alvarez or Gennady Golovkin. Similar to the Monroe Jr. fight, it was clear to see Saunders was fired up and in great shape, making championship weight well once again. He would go on to put on one of the best performances of his career, and maybe one of the best performances by an English fighter on foreign soil ever. Boxing beautifully, using distance control and his speed advantage, and at times embarrassing the off-balance swinging Lemieux with his defensive skill and awareness. Taunting throughout the fight with Ali shuffles and his famous reaction to a wild right hand of Lemieux's that he evaded, a move that will go viral on social media. In his post-fight interview, he would praise Dominic Ingle and put fellow world champion Gennady Golovkin on notice. But this would end up being Saunders' last fight at middleweight, and he would soon be split from Dominic Ingle. He would go on to be successful at super middleweight, winning the vacant WBO world title in 2019 and fighting Canelo in 2021 in what was a huge fight and Saunders' career highest payday. He boxed well against Canelo until having his orbital bone broken in the 8th round and having to be pulled out by his cornermen. But in my opinion, Saunders never had the same speed or athleticism at super middleweight that he had at middleweight. I would have preferred to see him get his big opportunity against Canelo or Golovkin back in 2018, following the Lemieux fight. But regardless, the improvements made by Saunders in such a short period of time training under Dominic Ingle were impressive and makes this one of the best trainer switchers in recent times. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.